In this video we're going to be using this formula for finding the binomial coefficients. So the first thing you need to know is what this factorial means, the exclamation mark. So basically 5 factorial is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And then if we make that algebraic so it works for any number, n factorial is going to be n times n take 1 times times 3 times 2 times 1. And so there's a load of missing stuff here. We don't know what it is. It will be different depending on what n is. In terms of these questions, this is pretty much as hard as you're going to get. So this is difficult because we've got the minus and the 2 in front of the x, and also if we've got 2n instead of n. So basically the things we're going to need are 2n choose 0, 2n choose 1, 2n choose 2, and 2n choose 3. Because we're going up to the x cubed term, so this one is going to be the coefficient that goes with the x cubed term, as well as some bits that will come from this minus 2. This one will go with the x squared, this one will go with x to the 1, and this one will go with x to 0. Okay, so the first one, we always know that, for example, if we were raising it to the power of 5, so we had our brackets to the power of 5, the first coefficient, we'll be looking at the line in Pascal's triangle, and it would be 1 and then 5. So we can immediately say that 2n choose 0 is going to be 1, and 2n choose 1 is going to be 2n, because it's just whatever that number is. That number, 2n choose 1, is 2n. Okay, the next two are more complicated. So 2n choose 2 equals 2n factorial over 2 factorial times 2n take 2 factorial. So the top bit is 2n multiplied by 2n take 1 multiplied by 2n take 2 times some stuff all the way up to 1. Okay, and then that's divided by 2 factorial, which is just 2 times 1, times 2n take 2 times stuff up to 1. Okay, now this stuff is exactly the same as this stuff, so we can cancel those, and what we're left with is 2n times 2n take 1 divided by 2, which is n. We can cancel these two 2's, and so it's just going to be n times 2n take 1. And that's 2n choose 2. Okay, now we're going to do 2n choose 3, so it's going to be 2n factorial over 3 factorial times 2n take 3 factorial. So rewrite the top as 2n times 2n take 1 times 2n take 2 times 2n take 3 times some other stuff. And then on the bottom we've got 3 times 2 times 1 times 2n take 3 times stuff. Okay, so again, this stuff is the same as this stuff. These are going to cancel. And so we are left with, let's cancel these 2's as well, that 2 with that 2. And so then we're left with n times 2n take 1, 2n take 2, divided by 3. And we can simplify this a tiny bit by taking 2 out as a factor here, so then that's going to be 2n take 1, n take 1, because we've taken 2 out as a factor here, and then all over 3. Right, so that is now 2n choose 3. Okay, so this is the thing we're actually binomially expanding. So our first coefficient, we know that's 1, that was 2n choose 0, and then we're multiplying that by 1 to the power of 2n, multiplied by minus 2x to the 0. And then our next term is going to be 2n choose 1, which we decided was 2n, multiplied by 1 to the power of 2n take 1, so we've taken one of the powers away from that, and then that's times minus 2x to the 1. Okay, now we decided this was 2n take 1 times n. This is 2n choose 2, multiplied by 1 to the 2n take 2, multiplied by minus 2x squared. And then our last one we just worked out, so that was 2n take 1, n take 1 over 3, multiplied by 1 to the power of 2n take 3, multiplied by minus x cubed. Okay, so remember all of these times, this plus this has always got to equal 2n. And that plus that equals 2n, and that plus that equals 2n, and that plus that equals 2n. So the sum of the powers is whatever your power here is. Now I'm going to simplify the terms. So the first one simplifies, well, it's just 1. 1 to the power of anything is 1, so that's 1 as well. And anything to the power of 0 is 1. So the first term is 1. And then the next one, this is 2n times 1, because again it's just 1 to the power of something, multiplied by minus 2x. So actually, we don't want a plus, we want a minus, and so it's that 2 multiplied by that 2 minus 4x. Okay, next one, we've got this, so n times 2n take 1, that's 1, and then that's going to be minus 4x squared. So we're going to have, sorry, it's 4x squared, because when you square it the minus will go away. Okay, so this is plus 4n multiplied by 2n take 1, and that's the coefficient of x squared. Okay, so last one, this is going to be a minus because we're cubing the thing here, and this is going to, when we cube the minus 2, we're going to get 8, minus 8, so it will be minus, that 2 will be multiplied by the 8, so it will be 16 n, 2n take 1, n take 1 over 3, and that's our coefficient of x cubed. And then plus dot dot dot, because there's some other stuff. So basically, this is the coefficient of x, this is the coefficient of x squared, and this bit is the coefficient of x cubed. So the number in front gives you the coefficient.